FAKER has potentially found his new champion, Gwen. It's come naturally to him. He hasn't lost a single game on it yet. Today, we're going to break down his first Gwen game, go through the strategy, and some of his unique build paths, which people aren't really aware of, and why he uses these setups. So let's jump straight on the rift today and break it down. Just before the video starts, guys, I've noticed around about 70% of people who watch my videos still aren't subscribed. So if you want to see more of my videos in your feed, feel free. And also leave a like on the video. It really helps me out with the algorithm. Cheers. Jumping onto the rift now, guys, you can see he finds Twisted Fate, catches him out, and you can see, look at the empowered damage you get from these autos, guys. And you can see an incredible trade from FAKER. He's back against this wall. And this is what you need to be doing level 1 with Gwen. He's actually pressing so hard. Flash, oh my god. And just demolishes the Twisted Fate level 1. There's not many champions that can actually match Gwen level 1. FAKER utilizes his Conqueror setup. And even this Door and Shield makes him pretty tanky, guys. And he's not going to lose out on this 1v1. Completely demolishes the Twisted Fate. And that's a great way to start the laning phase. So from what I'm told, FAKER's he goes for a more like a Bruiser setup on Gwen. As opposed to someone like Caps, he's been going for a lot of burst. FAKER likes to go for a more Bruiser setup with Divine Sundra. Now, I think this is because of his top laner, Kana, for T1, his team. Kana has been playing a lot of Gwen top lane in Korean solo queue. And Kana isn't going for this ability power rush build. He actually goes for the Divine Sundra into like a Nash's. It's a very bruisey setup. And Kana's been having tremendous results in Korean solo queue. I believe he has like 60 or 70% win rate with this champion. So I think FAKER obviously probably asked him about this because FAKER obviously, he hasn't been playing too much solo queue lately. Just this last couple of days he started to spam again. But before that he had a 2-week break. So that's probably where he got it from. As you can see, he's a little bit overextended here. Enemy jungle is a Kindred, and that is a potent early game, like ganker, honestly. If they have red buff, get an auto on you, it's doomed. You can see he's trying to hover up for this cannon, and here comes beautiful W dodge out onto the cards. How good is that? Like, the W ability on Gwen is so strong into champions like the Twisted Fate, even like the Zoe and stuff. It's like, it's just so hard to find this champion and pick and abuse it. As you can see, huge wave stacked here. We're trying to avoid some of this poke. He runs teleport. I definitely think if you're below, like even like master tier, I think Ignite, guys, is a great, you're gonna have better use of it in solo queue than the teleport. In high elos, teleport is very, very strong, especially into something like a Twisted Fate, where you can teleport across and I guess negate a lot of his ganks. As you can see, Udyr on the bot side, look at the map. He's hovering. There's no CC setup for Gwen, so it's best paired with CC junglers. I don't like to pair it with things like Graves. As you can see, TF weaving his autos. Does FAKER live? Oh, he does live just with 1 health. He's ready to go back in. TF drops, he moves in. Looks for the snip. Beautiful flash out by the Kindred. And Kindred is unfortunately able to get 2 kills there, as FAKER really does limit test. So yeah, I think the best synergy with this champion, if you're going to play it mid lane, is with CC junglers like the Udyr, man. Like, has some type of CC setup rather than something like the Graves. Just because it's so hard to mid lane 2v2 without hard CC. It definitely makes it a lot harder to set up for picks, set up for objective controls, because you're very reliant on your supports to put that CC down. As we set up a nice freeze, Merc's Rush is no surprise into the Twisted Fate. When you're playing Gwen, it seems the defensive builds like Mercs or Tabi seems to be better. Just because of how up close and personal you are with this champion. Some CC reduction is always going to be coming into use. Now, I did see that Nemesis versed FAKER last night. However, the matchup was pretty bad. I might just wait for a better game. I definitely think that game's not the one to review. Bit of a 15-minute stomper. I'm not going to reveal who wins, but look, I mean, I can reveal. Like, Nemesis won the game, but it was a 15-minute stomp, man. Like, it wasn't really much to analyze. Just a quick, fast Korean solo queue game. I want to wait for like a longer, 20, 30-minute banger, really close matchup than something that's just a complete stomp and whitewash. Udyr setting up for the dragon control. Twisted Fate leveled behind. Nice CS advantage here. I think Gwen's win rate has actually increased, by the way. So when I first did my review on Caps, it was 39%. It is creeped up now to 44.5%. So it's actually on its way up, guys, as people start to learn the champion what to build. The two builds at the moment, it is this Divine Sunderer build into like, I guess it's like pseudo like APs. So you're going like Nash's, Cosmic Drive, Hourglass kind of build. Or there's just the straight damage. It's the Rift Maker into Nash's, into Cosmic. It seems like CDR works very well with this champion. What is it called? The Everfrost setup that Caps is doing with like Lichbane Burst no one else seems to be doing that. That's literally just Caps. So I don't think that build is going to become mainstream anytime soon. As typical Faker fashion. He's just playing a little bit slow, waiting. Nautilus, oh no, whole enemy team flanking behind. He has the Udi here to try and get out. Has Flash available. Hop, skip, and a jump. Twisted Fate. Ports in. Faker gets stunned up. No W for 10 seconds. He flashes over. He's going to try and live here. Looking to try and escape. He has the Leona here for backup. Coming through the mid lane. He should be fine. As apologies, I sound a little bit sick. I think I've caught a cold. Terrible timing. It's my birthday today, by the way. I'm 26. I'm an old man. Hey, yeah, I'm sick on my birthday. It's a tragedy. Any hooks? Yeah, that W ability. Good luck hitting that. People ask me, is Gwen an early game champion? Is it a late game champion? I think it's a mid game champion. I think it spikes best at 2 items. I think that you have really good dueling prowess. I think late game, it does the damage, but it's pretty easy dealt with. In early game, unless you're into a short range champion, it's kind of hard to. The only way you're gonna win a trade is just an extended trade, like we saw at level 1. You need to be going in with that Conqueror proc. You need to be stacking up and looking to get those scissors in. You need someone to be a complete idiot and overextend into Gwen, in my opinion, because it's pretty easy to disengage off her. She doesn't have any hard CC or follow up unless she has the ultimate for the slow. So essentially, I think it's more of a mid game champion. I think it's best paired with that type of CC setup. I think Udyr is a great pairing. Even like something like a Hecarim is a great pairing. Perhaps a Lee Sin, although I may do a video on Lee Sin mid lane. That's right, Lee Sin mid. People think it's a meme, but it's not. Top lane, solo lane Lee is taking over. The win rate is absurd. The base stats are incredible. So of course, players like Perks and Caps say to themselves, hey, that's a fun champ. I want to bring it to the mid lane. And they're doing exactly that. And having pretty good results. So that may be my next video. We'll see. As we get our Sheen, it's a great spike. Going for that Sunderer. As Cassiopeia picks up a kill. Cassiopeia bot, there's actually a couple of Korean Cassio mains who play at bot lane, have great win rates, and also play at top lane and have great win rates. This champion can be flexed anywhere, apparently. The enemy Kindred is pretty far ahead. That's got to be a little bit worrisome. I swear Kindred is so broken at the moment. It's ridiculous. I think the champ's getting buffed, and I think Lulu is getting buffed next patch. Right, games. Come on, guys. Let's have some wits about us. Just try not to ruin the game. Be great. Looking for the roam top side. Gwen is an okay champion for the roam setups. She has decent dive with the R. But she's definitely not the best roamer, I would say. To be fair, the champion is designed to be a top lane. I think it will eventually end up in the top lane with this Bruiser build that Kana's been doing. But can you justify running like a 1v1 Bruiser setup on this champ when you have the option of going Irelia, you have the option of going Fiora? If you want a short range champion, like Fiora does the exact same job, right? Your W, your parry is like a spell shield. Your ultimate just seems like a better tank buster. And you have just as much mobility. It just doesn't, like, I'm just trying to work out what this champion does better than other champions where you could opt for it rather than them. And I'm just dumbfounded. Like, I can't really put this champion ahead of any other champs. Like, not any other champs, but like champs that are meta and are strong in their roles at the moment. I just can't. But I can always be wrong. It's always hard to judge a champion and how it fits into the current meta of the game. In the early days, very easy to be wrong. You don't want to shut it off. I remember on release of Zoe, I said to myself, this champion has one ability to Q. It's a long range ability. People are just gonna run Yasuo into it and it's useless. It's a crap champ. But I was very wrong. I just didn't really understand the full concept of the zone control and the angles with the sleep, and how broken the W ability is for the stolen spells, stolen items as well. So you never know. 9 CS per minute. One thing with FAKER, this is his first Gwen game, and I mean, the guy picks up the champion, he can farm with it extremely well. It doesn't matter what champion it is. I'd say he is one of the fastest that, like, I guess, I mean, it's obvious. He's been playing the game for so long. He can pick up new things like that. Yeah, the guy is the grandfather of the game, essentially. Black Gold lead, 2 dragons. I always say this for lower elo players. Dragon is your best win con. Okay? Even if you're constantly fighting, even if it's a complete fiesta, set up the dragons, set up the objective control slowly. As FAKER, he moves out of vision. What is he using? What's he looking for there? Because it just gives your team a clear win con. It makes your entire team say, hey guys, we have Dragon Soul coming up. Let's fight. Let's get the 3rd dragon. Let's group together. And it just helps players out and guides them in lower elos, which I definitely think help a lot. And people don't really set up dragons correctly in lower elos. So a lot of the time, it's just that free Drake. The enemy doesn't trade off for Rift, trade off for a top lane, strong side, weak side. It just doesn't happen. The free dragons, grab them up. Set yourself up a win con and play it out. As we have a 2-level advantage for ourselves here. Put up the Sunder now. There's a fade at 77 farm at 13. What is this guy doing? Snip, snip. Quick, quick. I like the champion. I like the champion design. Feels nice. Has nice quotes. Just wish. Like, imagine if the E had a stun on it. Like, I would just say that that's the perfect champion. It's such a good champion. It's just the fact that it doesn't have any hard CC. The R slow is nice, sure, but it's not enough for me. It's simply not enough. As we get our Divine Sunderer and we work our way towards a Nashor's Tooth, I believe. Nash's is pretty cost efficient. You're getting a lot of attack speed, getting some on-hit AP damage. And it's great for the side lane. I don't think the Fiora could even match because she's pretty far behind. It's just the threat of the Kindred gank because you're never going to escape a 5-0 Kindred with a Kraken. Absolutely dangerous is what people call me. But also the Kindred. As don't be afraid to use this E. Like, you should be using your E on cooldown. It is such a short cooldown ability, and when you get your auto after your E dash, it refunds half the cooldown already. It's essentially, you can almost have this ability up 24/7 when you get enough CDR, enough haste. A little bit of downtime in the game. Gonna grab up the Gromp. Hello, Frog. Thank you very much, sir. Vision out before the split. I think you can drop the tower. Kindred shows mid. You should be able to move up, right? Come on here, buddy. E. Auto. There you go. And these autos are nice, guys. The extra attack speed. It's beautiful for chunking down towers. The Sunder, of course, helps out. We're 10 CS per minute, baby. The gold is dead even between teams. Ah, here comes the Kindred. Faker moves in. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Gets in the Kindred ult, forces it. Kindred's 5-0, remember. We're looking for the... We can get the shutdown, it's massive. And we do. We get the 2 kills. We get the juicy fruits. And that is absolutely massive. 2k gold lead just from that fight. Faker flashes over. Looking for the Cassiopeia. Snips in. Cassio lands the ultimate. I don't think it's going to be enough. And this should be a nice clean 4-4-none. As they set up the dragon, go on their way. That's actually a really good setup. Enemy Kindred just looking for too much. And you can see Faker, he wasn't like, you're a tanky girl. Just because you're a small doll Gwen, you know, doesn't mean you can't survive a bit and pack a punch. Back to base now, picking up the Wit's End. Interesting. Yeah, there we go. Wrong purple attack speed item, buddy. Whilst whilst you go Divine Sunder, like, you still need some ability power because all of the ratios on Gwen are AP. So going AD really doesn't make sense. The Divine Sunder, I mean, it helps out a lot, but it's just because of the trading. And it makes you a little bit more beefier than usual. But apart from that, you want to start going... Oh, W comes out. You want to start getting a little bit of AP. You don't need that much for your ratios. So like a Nash's Cosmic Drive Hourglass into like a Void or something like that really does work out. You don't need like a Death Cap or any of those type of items. Because you're not really trying to burst. You're just trying to sit in the middle of the fight. Drill. Get all your ultimates off. Use your W to prevent skill shots. And you will win out eventually. As we drop back into the side lane, we have our teleport available. You'll note, like, this is what a lot of lower elo people don't use correctly, is this teleport side lane. If you watch Nemesis, if you watch any of these high elo mids that use teleport a lot, when you have TP, you drop into the side lane. You gather all the resources. Your team should play around this teleport. Because if you're pressuring in the side lane and the enemy team groups is 5 mid, if your team simply backs off and just clears the wave, oh, as we're caught out here, this is not looking good. Do we have any summoners? We do not. We blew them before. Oh, dude, almost takes out the Kindred though. But as I was saying before, your team should retreat and you get the side lane pressure, you get the tower, you get all that. Problem is in lower elos, they will fight. They literally close their eyes and just, if they see a single person, they hard engage. They won't wait for you. They won't wait for your pressure. They won't wait for your teleport. That's just why teleport at high elos is slightly better. And that's why I like to recommend Ignite in lower elos, just because it's going to help you out more for these duels, for these 1v1s, these 2v2s. Indra's on a bloody warpath. Someone jumps in. Everfrost Cassio, I like it. Faker with the teleport. No? Are we going to teleport? It's available. Have our stopwatch, by the way. We hold the teleport. And we're going to drop down in the bot lane. He can still get a deep TP flank in the river. He's not going to opt for it, though. Ultimate's up in 10 seconds. No flash. Enemy team are hunting. He's going in. Snip doesn't land. Has his ultimate here. Let's see if he uses it. W lands. He's moving in. Hits the one ultimate. Trying to get one more. Grabs. Has a stopwatch, by the way. And he's going to drop to the Twisted Fate. That is actually not what you really wanted there from Faker. He kind of frontlined, but the whole team just focused him. And his team still lost. And is this going to mean a Baron? What? Hook lands. Beautiful. Fiona. Gonna chunk out the Leo. Ah, the Kindred. Yep. Thank you. That'll chip away the mid lane tower. And how has everyone's ranked experience been going with Gwen? Every Gwen I have had, I have lost with. They have been... I can't think of a worse, like... Can I think of a worse champion release where my all of my games are ruined because of it? Honestly, I just think that the players in my games playing it are just, they just are the worst. I don't know what's going on, but come on, guys. Let's not ruin people's days, because let's be honest, if you int someone on Gwen, you're not just ruining their game, you're probably ruining also their life. Because when I lose in League of Legends, my entire mood in my life is also influenced by win or loss. So just practice in practice tool and normal games for a little bit beforehand, before unleashing, because, you know, not the easiest champion to play. It's not the hardest, but it's not the easiest. Okay, it's no Ari, it's no Annie. We sit back into the side lane, snip, snip, snip. Pretty good wave clear, eh? I think we need vision. Do we see the entire team mid? I can't track it. Faker just fully committing for the tower here. He has teleport, by the way, but he might just opt for the full commit. Teleports in behind in the river. Now watch this. He has ultimate available. Goes in, hits the W. Oh, he got hit by Castle ult. Did he not get hit by Castle? Okay. Ends up being a victory royale. I was just sorry. So the W did stop the. I just need to go back and have a watch. As he comes in now, let's have a look. It shows. Look at him snip. What? That's fine. Whatever. Anyways, we move in. His team absolutely cleans up, and that's gonna mean the soul point, right? It's only Cloud Soul. It's not too game changing, but if they get the Dragon and the Baron, that is a very meaningful fight to win. I don't think it's over yet, but once they get the Baron and they siege up, it could be. You have a Tristana and Leona. It's great for a finisher. As they shred down the Baron. I think Udyr is getting a nerf next patch as well. So that's going to be 2 nerfs, finally. And I think the next patch is MSI patch. So hopefully that's going to get rid of these crappy Hecarim, Udyr. Just such annoying champions, man. Bring back skilled junglers. Bring back Lee Sin, man. I want to see some more finesse in the jungle. Not just, I build chem tank, I run. It's just annoying. Come on. Let's get some skill in the game. Can we write games, please? Hourglass is completed. Gonna grab up these products. This is the most annoying camp. I don't know why they did made this camp like that. It's just so frustrating. Did the respawns and stuff. It's just, why do you do this, right? I hate when they ruin. I hate when they have bad player, either bad design or bad oh, as we're caught out. This is not good. He's gonna get caught here. He pops the hourglass. His team. He's just gonna try and stall for as long as possible, so his team can rush down mid lane, rush down bot lane. The problem is I don't know how much time they have because the enemy Twisted Fate has ultimate, and it appears they're gonna get nothing for his death. So, anyways, I hate when Riot just. Bad player experience. When they ruined Talia, they made her Q from AoE to single target. When they made Aurelian's W toggle, it just doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel smooth as champions should be, as we slowly, you know, modernize the game. I guess, is that the word? You want nice clean champions that just roll off the fingers, not clunky crap like Aatrox. You know what I mean? But anyways, I don't even know the point I was getting at, but I'm just frustrated. Krugs pissed me off. That's what it. Because it does look like he wants the. Is he actually? He may actually end up going the wit's end because of how much ability power. I mean, the enemy only has 2 AP carries, but sure. Cassiopeia wants it. Faker moves in. Oh my god, he just failed flash that wall. Oh my god, he inted really hard there. What was he doing? This man. Oh god. Hide on bush. You are not hiding. You're in plain sight there, my good friend. And the enemy team will take this kill as an opportunity to run down mid. And they're probably going to try and force a dive and force a fight. If they get a team ace here at 26 minutes, the end is definitely doable. There's a Fate, no rapid fire. He's gone for the Lich Bane though, so it's going to be a little bit harder to make the picks. Kindred goes all in, level 14. She's not able to get the ult off. That's beautiful. When you're CC, like Tristana ultimate, look at this Udyr on the backline, making Cassio's life impossible to play. The Kindred wasn't able to get the ultimate off because of the Trist ult. Beautiful shutdown. Trist. Ooh, Fiora. As Faker comes in, didn't even see that, a teleport. Are we able to do it? Nice, we grab the kill up. 5, 5, and 6 for Faker here, 26 minutes in. It's 26 minutes, you can run into the base, but you can't end. Unendable. I mean, Kindred's up in 10, so. Usually, guys, if it's 30 minutes, you get an ace, or at least you get 4 members, and you have a wave, run down mid and try and end the game. Because I have played, when I'm smurfing in lower elos, like, there are so many endable games where the team's like, it's 30 minutes, you get an ace, and then everyone just runs to the Baron, runs to the Dragon. I'm like, guys, we could have just ended the game right then and there. But some people aren't aware of this. Even before then, I'd say between 27 and 30 minutes, just look for that end on an ace. The problem is, if not everyone's on the same page, I've lost so many games where I force everyone into the mid lane run, and we get onto the Nexus. We kill a tower, we kill another tower. Nexus is exposed, but the whole enemy team just spawns. My team gets wiped, enemy team gets Baron or Dragon, like Soul or something, and I lose the game. I'm like, god damn it. But you gotta play the game to its absolute limits, in my opinion. As we have the Elder fight upcoming, 4.5 thousand gold for red side. The game's never won against a Kindred, Fiora, and Cassio. They have enough DPS to completely wipe the game themselves. All about positioning. I don't know if Gwen is best served as a flank or from front. Goes in, using this W to play really aggressive here. And that is a beautiful wombo combo. Kindred ult keeps them alive, however. And Faker 16 now snipping them apart, and that is going to be in ace at 28 minutes, and that should also be the game. Honestly, overall, pretty decent gameplay out from Faker. That failed flash gave me a little bit of a heart attack that they threw, but he ends up coming with the win. So level 16 here, guys. This little suit, like this tanky setup is actually very consistent, whilst the AP burst setup that I did on Caps, a little bit less consistent, but maybe a little bit more damage. But hopefully, guys, overall, you've enjoyed the review. Until next time, I catch you later. Peace.